Sweet. All right, welcome back to the Traveling Turtle, and we're gonna jump right into things because
Week 2.
Week 1.
Shit, week 1.
This is week 1. Okay, so since we left Marysville, Washington, we traveled up to just south of the border, and we stayed in Blaine, Washington for the evening. Just at a rest stop for the night. Nice, quiet evening, kind of getting back into the groove of things, getting everything in the truck organized and whatnot. The next day, we crossed the border, which is always interesting for us because our truck is a little different. Our RV is a little different. So we get lots of interesting questions from the border guard.
Then from the border we went to Squamish, Canada, which is this climbing hub, mountain biking, outdoor mecca. It was absolutely breathtakingly beautiful, huge mountains. We probably only scratched the surface. We maybe went to 3 walls out of the hundreds that they have there, hundreds and thousands of climbs. What made this area unique was it has a lot of crack climbing, which we have not had a chance to do before, and completely new technique to us. So it made the climbs more challenging, and by the end of the week we were getting the technique down, and we were able to kind of go back into the 5-7, 5-8 climbs that we had previously been able to do.
So for those that don't know much about climbing, we'll show some footage here, but crack climbing is all about kind of the special technique where you kind of take your hand and you almost wedge it into the crack. So it's, I don't know how we're gonna...
Because there's nothing else to hold on to.
Yeah.
There's just the straight crack, so all you have is like the pressure.
It's like
that you apply.
Friction hold.
Yeah.
So it really takes some getting used to, some trust in friction, because that's basically what's holding you to the wall. Mm-hmm. You're not stepping on any tiny ledges at that point. So once we kind of got a hang of that, it was kind of more smooth sailing from there. But when you're climbing, you're putting in pieces into the wall as you go.
Climbing.
And that allows you to, if you fall on that last piece. And so if the piece comes out or if it breaks, you fall a lot further because that's not supposed to happen. And unfortunately, that happened to both of us in this last round of climbing. We didn't get Kelly's on footage, but
which was way more epic than Lauren's.
Yeah, but we're both okay. And just a little, Kelly was a little bruised. But yeah, so we got mine on a little bit of video there, and I'll show that. Check out this clip.
Hands are slipping. Alright, take. So I just wanted to show, this is a cam. You put it into the crack, and it holds you there, and that's your protection. But you have to put it in the right slot, right crack size is depending on the cam size. There's bigger cams, smaller cams. But I put this little guy in too big of a crack, and when I fell, it broke. So that's the first piece of gear we've broken.
But all is well, and just part of climbing, and I'm glad that neither of us got hurt. So, yeah. Want to talk about the town?
Oh, the town was so pretty. We were lucky enough to be there over a weekend, which normally would be really packed, but again, it was a little more of a rainy weekend, so probably less people than you would normally see. And there was a farmer's market there, so we got to experience some local cuisine, get some local vegetables. I think I had a falafel, which was delicious. Very cute town. Yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely just I don't know, picturesque, because we have these tents from the farmers markets against the backdrop of the Squamish Mountains there. So it's definitely a unique place to visit and stay. So, but after that, we headed to Whistler, which is completely different than Squamish. I mean, they're both in beautiful mountain towns, but there's a lot of money flowing in and out of Whistler. I mean, there's one of the premier skiing locations in North America, and it definitely shows it. There's amenities, everything you can think of, you can find in Whistler.
But it also, in the summertime, is a big downhill mountain biking park. And so what you do is you ride the lifts with your bike on the lift itself, and then you ride down. And you can do that over and over and over again.
We've done that kind of mountain biking before, and it is definitely next level. It's downhill, technique jumps. It's thrilling, but not this time.
Not this time.
At this point, it's the farthest north either of us have been now, so we have absolutely no expectation on terrain, towns, villages, people.
Yeah.
It's all new.
We headed north of Whistler, and I went from town to a few houses to nothing very quickly, and we got up over a very, very steep mountain pass and down the other side. Yeah.
But it was beautiful. It was this beautiful mountainous terrain, huge trees, and then as we went down, the trees started getting shorter, and then we're in these beautiful meadows where it looked like a lot of hay production and wheat, and all these lakes, and the terrain was just fantastic.
So we've been driving about an hour and a half out of Whistler. We just stopped here in this incredible view spot, and yeah, it's kind of breathtaking, to be honest. I mean, everything is just, I don't know, on a different scale. Yeah.
After that, I mean, that was our first long drive. Usually we don't drive very far in a day. I mean, I guess we used to not drive very far in a day, and we try to avoid that because, I don't know, for us it takes the fun out of traveling and exploring. It just feels like you're just trying to get somewhere, which kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing. But we stopped in Williams Lake for a day or so, just trying to recuperate and rest for a bit. We worked from a Starbucks and worked working on route planning for our Central America portion of our trip, video editing, animation, things like that, and so we'll hope to share with all those things with you soon. All right, well, thanks for tuning in this week. It's our first update, and we have many more to do. So we will see you next week with week 2. Finally.
For real.
For real. See ya.